Hi, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm excited to be here today. This has been a long overdue video. I promised I was going to be sending video every week, but oh my God, God will really help me this season. But before we dive into my experience coming to Japan the first time and going to a church this first time, I will want to talk about what is going to happen. I'm bringing this on to YouTube because this is the first time I'm bringing it onto YouTube. God directed us to start making intercession prayers for Japan Revival. And as part of our assignment for the land, we decided that it was important that we do that. So, but this is the third edition, and I'm bringing it to YouTube Live to be able to accommodate anyone who stumbles on it and anyone who wants to be a partaker of this vision. God's end time agenda is to is to disciple nations. And the way he first starts to disciple nations is through prayer and intercession. And it's in that process that God begins to disciple people, that begins to shape the culture of nations and begin to send revival to the land. So I'm excited about this Saturday. It is the last Saturday of every month, and I'm excited about what God is about to do for the nation of Japan. And I want you to be a partaker of that. I will be posting the flyer. Also, it's at the top of the screen, and also you can just find the information on the description of this video. Okay, so welcome to my YouTube channel again. Subscribe, like, and turn on your notification buttons for us because it's a different one, because God is really have asked us to move to this place. And I'm here. My kids are yet to join me. My husband is yet to join me. But thank God for the process, and I know that He will perfect all the process. Now, the first time I moved to Japan, I made a lot of research concerning churches in Japan, churches in Tokyo. I had an average of what churches looked like here in Kyoto, and there were some churches I saw in Tokyo that were already booming, like the Awakening Church. Some other churches that I really do are growing, and I was excited. And when I entered Kyoto, the day I entered Kyoto was the week I had a very busy week. I entered Kyoto and I had some registrations to do in school, so I wasn't able to go to any church at the moment. So what did I do? I prayed about it, as always said, Lord, but I know that everything about me, especially my work in Japan, is ordered. I know there's a family God is sending us to. I know that there's a plan He has for us. I also know, as someone who has been part of God for a while, that every time God sends a man, He sends the man into a body, because the Christian faith is a body and you have to be part of a body. So I asked God, Lord, where are you sending us? Where do we serve? Where do I serve? And I went to Google, I checked out some churches, and I saw there was a church very, very close to me. I didn't want to go there because the pictures there didn't really show like the churches I worship in Nigeria. So I wanted to go to somewhere different from that. So I saw another one that was a little bit far, but the church was bigger. And I said, I'm going to go to the bigger one. And God said, how don't you go to this one? Why don't you go to this one? So I went to that one. They were really shocked. The first day they saw me, an African lady, and maybe the first in their church. I'm the only African lady there, the only black girl there. And I came in and I knocked on. I came in through the elevator. I entered the church and they were still gathering because they start by 11. The church had to and thankfully there's an American lady who has turned to be one of my closest friends, that was there. So I didn't have a problem with the with the Japanese church because they spoke only Japanese. But it was an experience because when they started worshiping, oh my God, the hand of the Lord rested so strongly. Oh God, I said, I know this. I know this presence. I live with this presence. So I saw that it was church of older people with few young people, just a handful. But when they were worshiping in, what a beautiful name it is, they were worshiping in Japanese. They were worshiping like Hillsongs in Japanese. They were singing it. I was like, oh my God. The presence of the Lord was so strong, and I knew God is in this place. I knew there was something happening here. It's like a time bomb that is about to click open. It's going to take a little while, but it's going to explode. Something is about to change in the atmosphere. So I stayed and I said, Lord, I can feel your presence here. I know you are here. I was literally excited because I am coming from somewhere where the presence of the Lord is very strong. And I was looking for that place in a search. I wasn't looking for the numbers because I already knew that I'm coming to Japan and it's unlikely for me to be able to find the numbers in Japan. But I also wanted to experience God and I saw it. When I left the church, I wanted to change because it was a purely Japanese church. Yes, the American friend of mine was doing interpretation, but I really wanted to like change and leave the church and move to another church. But something happened. I said, no. I had an encounter with the Lord, showing me something about the church that made me say, you know what, I'm going to stay here. I'm going to serve in this place until God tells us it's time to do move. So like it was an awesome experience. Like the presence of the Lord is in Japan. It's here. It might not have exploded the way we want it, but He's here walking in the heart of old people, in the heart of young people, in the heart of adults, in the smallness of the assembly. God is here. So after then, I've had an awesome experience. And one thing that really made me excited was after that, I think after that, we had a lunch. I'm like, oh my God, I started trying Japanese food and it was an experience. And every time I talk about Japan, I talk with so much excitement because we have prayed and stayed with the Lord so much that it has become a burden. It has become a literal burden. It has become a burden. And the weight of the nation lies on the shoulders of people who pray. That's why I am inviting you again this Saturday to join us in this prayer for Japan and the hand of the Lord to rest upon this nation. It's already ticking, it's going to explode. And Gombe, so I'm excited. I'm excited and I want you to be really a part of this. I can't wait to have you on Saturday. Saturday, we're going to be teaching and explaining some of the things God is showing us and how to bet revival. That's going to be our topic. How to bet revival in the nation or wherever you are. How to partner with God in betting His plan for our lives. I'm excited to have you on Saturday. It's going to be an exam section, 1 hour of teaching and prayer for the nation, and we'll begin to see what God does with that. Have a good day. Subscribe and like. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.